Welcome to Getting Started with Tableau Server and Tableau Online. If you have access to Tableau Server or Tableau Online, you can log in and follow along, although your content will not match mine. To access Tableau Online or Tableau Server from a browser, navigate to online.tableau.com or the URL specific to your server. You may be prompted to log in. How you do so will depend on how your organization configured this. It could be your email address, a username, or some sort of single sign-on experience. Here, I'll enter my username and password. You may be prompted to select a site when you log in. Sites are a way to partition users and projects so that they are completely separate from one another, such as across departments. If you are not prompted to choose a site, you'll be brought directly to the content you have access to. Content is arranged in 4 tabs across the top here. Projects are basically folders. Workbooks and data sources are published to a specific project as a way to keep them organized and to control permissions to content. If we click into a project, its content is arranged in tabs within the project. The workbooks, views, and data sources we see now are those published to this project. Workbooks are the files published from Tableau Desktop. Workbooks include all of the content in the file. Here, we're looking at workbooks within the default project. To see all the workbooks in this site, we can click on Home in the breadcrumbs, then onto the Workbooks tab. I personally really like this page, so I'll set it to be my default start page by going to the menu in the upper right and selecting Make this my start page, then confirming. Views are the individual dashboards, stories, and sheets contained in a workbook. We can find views either by clicking into a given workbook to see what it contains, or, like with workbooks, we can see all the views in the site by clicking on Home, then the View tab. This shows us all views, regardless of workbook or project. If we're looking for a specific view, we can look in a certain project or workbook, or here at All Views, where we can be a bit more targeted. The left side pane searches or filters the content type we're currently looking at, so here, All Views. We can search for sales and see the relevant views that come up. Or we could filter for a specific owner, tag, modify date, etc. There's also a search at the top. This searches across all content, including users, workbooks, views, and data sources. Speaking of data sources, there's a tab for data sources too. We can see at a glance all of the published, curated data sources on this site and information about them, including analytics about how they've been used. If we have access to multiple sites, like I do, we can easily navigate between different sites here in the top toolbar. Now, let's look a little deeper into our user preferences by navigating to My Account Settings. Here we can do things like change our password, if this isn't controlled by your administrator, see the content we've published, if relevant, and manage subscriptions. Curious about subscriptions? Check out the video on interacting with content to learn more.